Welcome ulit. Tayo ay nasa part 4 na ng lecture. Naming ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are compounds composed of a cation and an anion. Ang rule natin for ionic compounds is the cation name minus the word ion plus an ion name. Example, the name for KCl is, okay, i-break down muna natin siya into K plus and Cl minus. That is potassium chloride. Okay? Ang name ni K plus, recall, potassium ion minus the word ion, potassium na lang. And then Cl minus, it is an ion without oxygen, that is chloride. The name of KCl is potassium chloride. Next, CaF2, that is, breakdown natin ulit, Ca2 plus F minus, that is calcium fluoride. I hope nasusundan nyo. Next, more examples. 1, FeI2, that is F2 plus I minus. Alam natin na si iron ay may dalawang nag-exist siya as dalawang oxidation state. So you will name F2 plus as, in old system, ferrous. And then yung I minus, yan ay an ion without oxygen. So that is just iodide. For the new system, yung charge ni iron ay magiging Roman numeral enclosed in a parenthesis. That is iron 2 iodide. Both of these names are acceptable. Next, NH4 2 CO3. Okay, tingnan po sa list of common ions. Kapag bin-breakdown sila ay magiging NH4 plus CO3 2 minus. Si NH4 plus ay ammonium, and then si CO3 2 minus ay carbonate. Paki-validate po sa list of common ions. Next, naming molecular compounds. Pag molecular compounds naman po, combination siya ng dalawang or 2 or more anions. Uses the okay, ang rule natin dito ay gumagamit sila ng Greek prefixes. Ano-ano yon? For 1 atom, that is mono, 2 di, 3 tri, 4 tetra, 5 penta, 6 hexa, 7 hepta, 8 octa, 9 nona, and 10 deca. Okay, kailangan nyo pong i-memorize itong Greek prefixes. Okay. Note, the prefix mono is never used in the first element and is rarely used in the second element of the molecular compound. Okay, examples. NO is named as nitrogen monoxide. Hindi po ginagamit yung mono sa first. So, as is siya, nitrogen, N is for nitrogen. And then O, that is an oxide. And gagamitin natin yung word na mono. Hindi po siya monooxide. Actually, pwede siyang monooxide, pero pinapaikli po siya into monoxide. Kasi kapag if it precedes a vowel, makakancel po yung vowel na yon. Okay, nitrogen monoxide. Okay, for oxides, if the oxide precedes a prefix ending in a vowel letter, letter, makakancel po yung vowel na yun. Instead of monoxide, magiging siyang monoxide. Okay? NO2 is named as nitrogen dioxide. N2O3 is named as dinitrogen trioxide. And then for XeF4, it is named as xenon tetrafluoride. More examples. N2O5, dinitrogen pentaoxide. Pero since ang oxide ay nagpe-precede sa vowel letter na A, siya ay magiging dinitrogen pentoxide. For CO6, it is carbon hexoxide. IF7, iodine heptafluoride. P4O8, tetraphosphorus octoxide. Naming acids naman po tayo. Binary acids, these are compounds in aqueous solution. Ang binary acid po ay dapat may hydrogen at ang kapartner niya ay halogen. Ang halogen natin yung chlorine, fluorine, bromine, and iodine. Rule uses the prefix hydro and suffix ic acid. Example, HCl sub AQ is named as hydrochloric acid. HF sub AQ is named as hydrofluoric acid. Okay? So kapag wala po yung symbol na AQ, ang AQ kasi ang ibig sabihin niyan aqueous, and then ang aqueous means dissolved in water. So kapag wala po si AQ, si HCl ay pwedeng pangalanan na hydrogen chloride. Ganon din po si HF, pwede siyang tawaging hydrogen fluoride kapag po wala yung symbol na AQ. Ito pong symbol sa baba, ito po yung nag-i-indicate ng state ng compound. Tandaan po natin. Okay, oxyacids. These are acids that contains oxygen atoms. Okay, ang rule natin dyan, yung I, papalitan siya ng us acid. At yung 8, papalitan siya ng ic acid. Example, H2SO3 is named as sulfurous acid. Ba't naging ganon? Tingnan nyo yung name ni SO3 2- sa list of common ions. Siya ay si sulfide. Kapag dinagdagan natin ng hydrogen, siya ay magiging ng acid. At ang role natin doon, ang ite ay papalitan ng us acid. Si H2SO3 ay magiging sulfurous acid. Next, H2SO4 is named as sulfuric acid. Kasi si H2SO4 ay galing sa SO4 2- na ang pangalan ay sulfate, papalitan mo yung 8 ng ic acid. Therefore, H2SO4 is named as sulfuric acid. And then lastly, HClO is named as hypochlorous acid. Let's try again. Exercise number 5. Name the following compounds. Paki-pause ulit ng video and then try answering this exercise. Paparating na ang sagot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, number 1, CuSO4 is copper 2 sulfate or cupric sulfate. SO2 is sulfur dioxide. NaOH is sodium hydroxide. HBr8u is hydrobromic acid. HNO3 is nitric acid. And then lastly, RBF is rubidium fluoride. Okay. Kanina, given yung chemical formula, pinangalanan natin yung compound. Ngayon naman, given yung chemical name, isusulat natin yung chemical formulas. For ionic compounds, these are the steps. Write the cation with its charge. Write the anion with its charge. Do crisscross method. And then lastly, simplify if applicable. Examples. Sodium chloride. I-break down muna natin. Si sodium ay Na+. Si chloride ay Cl-. And then, we know that may nakatagong 1 dito. So, siya ay Na1+. And then si Cl, ganun din, may nakatagong 1 dyan. Cl1-. We do the crisscross method. Yung superscript ni Na ay magiging subscript ni Cl, and then yung superscript ni Cl ay magiging subscript ni Na. Kaya siya crisscross kasi it forms an X sign. Magiging Na1Cl1. Notice that nawala yung mga sign at natira lang yung number. And then, in chemistry, hindi na natin sinusulat yung 1, same as the rule with the algebra. That is just NaCl. So, sodium chloride has a chemical formula NaCl. Another example, copper 2 oxide. Copper 2 is obviously Cu2+, and then oxide, that is O2-. We do the crisscross method, and we'll get Cu2O2. And sabi doon sa last step, kailangan natin siyang i-simplify. So we divide both atoms by number 2, by 2, so that's CuO. So the formula for copper 2 oxide is CuO. Okay. Next, iron 3 chloride. Iron 3 is obviously F3+. Chloride is Cl-. And then when you crisscross, you will get Fe1Cl3. That's FeCl3. I hope by this time nakakuha nyo na kung paano kinukuha yung chemical formulas given yung chemical name. Next, for ammonium carbonate, okay, may nakatago ulit na 1 doon kay ammonium. Crisscross, you will get NH4. Naka-enclose po sa parentheses kasi kapag walang parentheses, parenthesis, magkatabi C4 tsaka C2. Aakalain nyo siyang NH42. Kaya dapat mag-ingat tayo at maglagay tayo ng parenthesis kasi itong 2 na ito ay hindi lang para kay hydrogen. Ito ay para sa buong ammonium ion. Ganon din po kay carbonate. Ang 1 ay mapupunta sa buong ion, hindi lang kay oxygen. Pero since hindi na natin sinusulat yung 1, yan ay magiging NH4, 2CO3. So pwede na natin tanggalin yung parenthesis kasi siya ay 1 lang naman. Next. For molecular compounds naman, mas madali ito kasi hindi mo na kailangan yung charge ng bawat ion. Write the chemical symbol for both elements. Place a subscript after each element according to its prefix. Do not simplify. So kung kanina sa ionic compounds, nagsisimplify tayo, ginagawa natin silang simplest ratio, dito bawal po. Ang rule po sa molecular compounds ay bawal mag-simplify. Okay, example, dihydrogen monoxide. Sulat muna po natin yung symbol for hydrogen. And then yung symbol for oxygen. Then di means 2. And then mono means 1. And the final formula is H2O. Wala pong simplification na magaganap. Next. Carbon monoxide. Write the symbol for carbon, that's C. Write the symbol for oxide, that's O. And then, since wala siyang katabi, automatic 1 na yun. And then mono is 1. And then the final formula is CO. So carbon monoxide is CO. Next, sulfur hexafluoride. Okay, so sulfur is S. Fluoride is, or fluorine is F. And then, since walang prefix kay sulfur, siya ay automatically 1. Si fluorine ay may prefix na hexa that is equivalent to 6. The final chemical formula is SF6. Sulfur hexafluoride has a chemical formula SF6. Next, dinitrogen pentoxide. Okay, sulat ulit natin yung chemical symbol for nitrogen. Then yung chemical symbol for oxide, and ion for oxygen. And then yung di means 2, and then yung penta means 5. And then you will get N2O5. Exercise number 6. Write the chemical formula of the following compounds. Okay, paki-pause po ulit yung video at itry natin tong exercise na ito. Paparating na ang sagot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 carbon dioxide has a chemical formula CO2. Mercury 1 chloride is Hg2 Cl2. Mercury 2 chloride is HgCl2. Potassium hydroxide is KOH. Diphosphorus pentoxide is P2O5. That is the end of the lecture. Pero try this. Name the compound AS4O10. Paki-comment po sa baba nung sagot. And kapag natama nyo siya, magkakaroon kayo ng +1 sa quiz number 2 If you are using a YouTube account na hindi nyo gamit yung real name nyo, might as well indicate also your name beside your answer para malaman ko kung sino yung nagsagot. Okay, ulitin ko po. Answer this, try this exercise. And if you got it correct, you will receive an incentive of +1 sa quiz number 2. Reminders before we end this discussion. Answer quiz 2 and term exam 1 next week. The deadline is 7 days after the release, which will be on March 12, 2022 at exactly 1 p.m. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. If may questions kayo or may hindi kayo naintindihan, lumapit lang po kayo sa akin. Bukas po ang aking messenger. Or pwede niyo pong i-DM ang inyong instructor or kahit sino sa amin sa Department of Chemistry. Kapag nakita po namin siya kaagad, ay agad rin po kaming magre-reply. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po ulit sa pakikinig.